Commander Vexthul flexed his chitinous claws against the viewport of the dreadnought Bone Crusher, watching the alien vessel drift motionlessly in space. His people, the Krillian Empire, had dominated 17 sectors through sheer brutality and genetic superiority. Born on Krill Prime, a world where acidic storms stripped flesh from bone and gravitational fields crushed lesser beings, they were the apex predators of the galaxy. "Scans complete, Commander," chittered Sub-Commander Zektor, his mandibles clicking nervously. "The vessel appears to be from a species calling themselves humans. They originate from a planet designated Sol 3. Vexthul's compound eyes gleamed with predatory interest. Another soft species to conquer. The Krillians had encountered dozens. The fragile Altarians who lived in zero-gravity bubbles, the crystalline Zephyrites who required precise atmospheric conditions, the aquatic nautiloids who couldn't survive outside their environmental suits, all had fallen before Krillian might. "Hail them," Vexthul ordered, his voice a guttural rasp that had terrified countless species. "Let them witness true Deathworld superiority before we claim their territory." The main screen flickered to life, revealing a bipedal creature with soft pink skin, no visible natural weapons, and only 2 eyes. It wore what appeared to be simple cloth coverings. Vexthul almost laughed at the pathetic sight. "I am Commander Sarah Chen of the UES Endeavor," the human said calmly. "We're on a peaceful exploration mission. May we ask your intentions in this system?" Vexthul rose to his full 3-meter height, his razor-sharp exoskeleton gleaming under the ship's lights. "I am Commander Vexthul of the Krillian Empire. We are Deathworlders, spawn of Krill Prime where only the strongest survive. You're soft. Species will kneel or be destroyed." The human's expression didn't change. "Deathworld? That's interesting. What makes your world so dangerous?" Vexthul's mandibles spread wide in what his species considered a terrifying display. "Gravity 3 times galactic standard, atmospheric pressure that would crush your fragile bones, acid storms with pH levels that dissolve metal, predators with claws like monomolecular blades. We are forged in a crucible of death itself." "Ah," Commander Chen nodded thoughtfully. "Our worlds do sound similar. Earth has gravity close to yours. We call it 1G, our standard. We have storms too, though ours involve high-velocity ice chunks, electrical discharges that can power cities, and rotating air columns that destroy everything in their path. Our atmospheric pressure, well, we consider it normal, but it's apparently lethal to most species we've met." Vexthul's eyes narrowed. This soft creature was clearly lying. "Impossible," he snarled. "Your species shows no adaptations for survival. Where are your natural weapons? Your protective carapace? Your sensory redundancies?" Commander Chen smiled, an expression that somehow made Vexthul's combat instincts twitch. "We evolved differently. Our planet kept throwing new challenges at us, so we developed flexibility. Our weapons?" She held up her soft, seemingly defenseless hands. "We make them. Our protection? We engineer it. Our senses? We enhance them." Preposterous. Vexthul slammed his claw against the console. "No true Deathworlder relies on artificial enhancements. We face death with fang and claw." "Different approaches," Chen replied. "May I ask about your world's life expectancy?" "The strong survive to see 40 cycles," Vexthul declared proudly. "The weak die young, as nature intended." "Interesting. Our average is about 80 years. Some reach over 100. We found that keeping our weak alive often led to unexpected innovations. Some of our greatest minds were physically frail." Vexthul felt an uncomfortable stirring. This conversation wasn't proceeding as expected. "You speak of innovations," he growled. "Yet I see no impressive technology. Our dreadnoughts are carved from the bones of Krill Prime's apex predators, powered by the fury of dying stars." "Bones make excellent materials," Chen agreed. "Though we generally prefer synthetic alternatives, less variable in quality. As for power sources..." She paused, checking something off-screen. "We're currently running on contained fusion reactions. Basically, we're carrying small artificial stars with us." The bridge fell silent. Even the ever-present hum of the ship's biomechanical system seemed muted. That's impossible, whispered Sub-Commander Zektar. No species can contain stellar fire. Oh, that's nothing, Chen continued conversationally. Wait until you hear about our recreational activities. We have something called extreme sports, where we intentionally put ourselves in mortal danger for fun. Jumping from aircraft without working wings, hurling ourselves down mountains on primitive planks, diving to ocean depths that would crush most beings, climbing sheer rock faces using only our soft hands and feet. Vexthal's world began to tilt. For entertainment? Some humans get bored easily, Chen shrugged. We also have competitive combat sports where we try to render each other unconscious. Very popular. Oh, and we actively seek out dangerous, alien worlds to live on. The more hostile, the better the real estate values, oddly enough. This cannot be true, Vexthal said, but his voice lacked its earlier conviction. Computer, display Earth's geological history, Chen called out. The screen split showing a blue-green world. Ice ages that buried continents, asteroid impacts that blocked out the sun, volcanic eruptions that poisoned the atmosphere, mass extinctions that killed 90% of all life. And somehow our ancestors just kept adapting, kept surviving, kept thriving. She leaned forward, and for the first time Vexthal saw something predatory in those deceptively soft eyes. Commander, you said you were forged in a crucible of death. We respect that. But Earth didn't just forge us, it spent 4 billion years actively trying to kill us, and we're still here. We're still exploring, still pushing boundaries. The silence stretched between the two ships. Perhaps, Commander Chen said gently, we could share stories instead of threats? I'd love to hear more about Krill Prime. Real Deathworlders should stick together, don't you think? For the first time in his military career, Commander Vexthal of the Krillian Empire found himself considering the possibility that the universe was far more dangerous and far more interesting than he had ever imagined. And somewhere in the back of his predator's mind, a new thought emerged. Perhaps they weren't the apex predators after all. Perhaps they had just met something far more terrifying than any acid storm or crushing gravity. They had met a species that turned death itself into entertainment.